welcome to the Coston Show. My name is Bethany Criswell.
And I'm Roland Coston-Criswell.
And we are so excited to be here. I know many of you out there are wondering, what exactly is the Coston Show? Well, our vision for the Coston Show is to be an uplifting show, engaging, and also informative. Over the last few years, we have encouraged our clients to pre-plan their funerals. We often ease the burden for our clients of planning all of the direct arrangements for the loved one, as well as the financial burden. Because this has been such a success for our clients, we felt like we had to take this message out to the masses, so we linked up with PCTV to bring you the Coston Show. The Coston Show each week will feature a pre-planning session, which will be led by Roland Coston-Criswell. And we'll also have guests on our show, including the Social Security Administration, and she'll be talking about death benefits, as well as who's eligible for death benefits and exactly what to do when someone dies. We'll also have attorney at law Blaine Jones on to talk about malpractice. In addition, we'll be taking a trip out to the Caring Place in downtown Pittsburgh to see their wonderful facility that they have for children who are grieving. It is truly a safe haven for children who are grieving. Here on the Coston Show, we will also be talking about living a healthier lifestyle.
We will be happy to have as our guest Pittsburgh's very own Roland Ford, the line dance king in Pittsburgh. And it will be great to have him on because we can clarify that Roland Ford is indeed the line dance king of Pittsburgh and not Roland Coston-Criswell.
And then we also will have a representative from A Healthy Start on. A Healthy Start is a program geared for children, and they help teach moms how to do everything from breastfeeding to, once the children are here, what types of immunizations they need, and they just really nurture the child and help them get off to a healthy start. The Coston Show also cares about the community. We will have several guests on from the community to help you get involved in your community, as well as individuals from the political arena to help get you involved in your community. So without further ado, we'll take a quick break, and Roland Coston-Criswell will be back with our first segment on pre-planning.
I have a promise to be a doctor. I have a promise to be a chef.
Did you know that what children learn before kindergarten affects how well they will do in school and even what they might be when they grow up? Reading to children at home and choosing quality early learning programs are great ways to help children build the skills they will need for life. For more ideas, visit papromiseforchildren.com.
Because every child is
Pennsylvania's future.
Did you know that every 2 seconds someone in the U.S. needs blood transfusions? Blood donations save over 4.5 million American people every year because there is no substitute for human blood, and it helps you as well as a donor. You can get rid of the toxic amounts of iron levels in your blood by donating blood today. Donate now and save lives.
I am so happy to bring to you the pre-need education portion of our program. A little background about myself. Once again, my name is Roland J. Coston-Criswell. My grandparents established Coston Funeral Homes in 1963. Today we have 2 locations, one in the Lincoln-Lorimer section of East Liberty and one on the north side of Pittsburgh. So let's get into pre-need. When talking pre-need, first and foremost, let's understand the terminology of pre-need. Understanding the terms, a funeral. A funeral is a service for a decedent in which the body is present versus a memorial. A memorial is a service for a decedent in which the body is not present. Why is it important to understand the difference between the two? A lot of individuals today may want a funeral service or want a memorial service. When you're expressing your wish or your desires to your particular family or loved ones, it's important that you distinguish the both. Both are very important. A memorial service is when the body is not present. So any service when the body is not present is considered a memorial service. You may have an urn there, you may have a picture, you may have a video memorial, but anytime the body is not present, it's considered a memorial service. A funeral service, when that term is used, this means the actual body is present. As a funeral director, a lot of times clients tell me that they want their services based upon what they want. They may say, well, I don't want people mourning me a certain way, or I don't want people grieving me in a certain way. But as a funeral director, I would like to share with you all that it's not about you. Why isn't it about you? Because you have relationships with people. People love you, people care for you. Part of a healthy grieving process is individuals having an outlet to go through the stages of grief. One of the key components of the stages of grief is going through the closure process. A funeral or a memorial service allows you to put closure to the grieving process. Next, who will oversee your arrangements? At some point, you should make the decision of who will be the lead person in handling your funeral arrangements and let them know. Inform another so it is clear. Clarification also allows you to inform individuals of your desires. Oftentimes when I meet with clients, sometimes it creates tension when individuals in a family are bickering about who is actually in charge, or what did mom want, or what did dad want. It's always easier if you express your wishes and desires to your family members before you pass away. Another point, a dead person has no say. Until 2007, the method of final disposition for human remains was at the sole discretion of the next of kin. In 2007, court proceedings made it possible for individuals to put on paper what their exact wishes are. Wishes are legally upheld only with proper documentation. Put it on paper. In 2007, there was a court case which the statement of contrary intent was enacted. The statement of contrary intent states that when an individual puts their final disposition wishes on paper, those wishes have to be upheld. Before 2007, the next of kin always decided the final disposition of human remains. Once again, every week I will be bringing you information regarding the pre-need process. This week we talked about the difference between a funeral and a memorial service. We talked about it's not all about you, allowing your family members to have an outlet to grieve your death. We also talked about this week the statement of contrary intent, where you are able to dictate what you want as far as your final disposition. Next week, we're going to discuss the prices and costs associated with funeral expenses. I invite you to visit the National Funeral Director Association's website to do a little research about what the national average for a funeral costs. Their website is nfda.org. Thank you and God bless.
Jimmy can't sing, and Tommy can't dance, so we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
We've got a big problem, and we need your help.
It's called sexual assault, and it has to stop.
We have to stop it. So listen up.
If she doesn't consent, or if she can't consent,
it's a crime. It's wrong.
We need all of you to be part of the solution. This is about respect. It's about responsibility.
It's up to all of us to put an end to sexual assault. And that starts with you.
Because one is too many.
Hello and welcome back to the Coston Show. We have with us, joining us today is Elaine Cole from the Social Security Administration. Welcome, Elaine.
Thank you very much.
Well, Elaine, can you just give us some information about what you do and your role at the Social Security Administration?
Sure. I'm the Public Affairs Specialist for Western Pennsylvania and all of West Virginia. I am the face of Social Security. So for media such as this show, and also to communicate, elevate, and educate our communities on what Social Security can provide.
Okay, so how long have you been with the Social Security Administration?
It's been 12 years, 12 wonderful years.
Okay.
An important partnership that after I left my previous job in customer service, this is just another way to serve the public.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that you have a customer service background, because indeed the Social Security Administration is customer oriented. We are in the death care industry, and a lot of individuals often wonder what they should do when someone passes away. So please share with our viewing audience, when someone dies, what should the next of kin do?
Well, Roland, it's wonderful to have a partnership with funeral homes like yours. We look to you to provide that first level of information to that loved one that is left behind. We would like, first of all, that you refer those particular loved ones to the Social Security Administration. In the East Liberty community, we do have an office that is located right there on Station Street. The first thing that we would like you to do is, after you perform all of your duties, is let them know that if they were married to the deceased, or if they have children that were with the deceased, to contact us right away, because there's benefits that may be payable to them if they weren't already on the record. In addition to that, since we have extended families, even though that it might have been a grandfather, they may have been raising their grandchildren because something may have happened to their children. So the grandchildren may be eligible to receive benefits as well. So it's very, very important to, once they get over that grieving portion, to contact us right away so we can discuss that with them.
Okay, Elaine, you mentioned a death benefit. Can you explain to our audience exactly what a death benefit is?
Well, with Social Security, whenever you get any type of benefits, it's involving employment. That you have an employment history, that you have the information of your salary that is posted correctly to our records. Once we get that information, there are certain benefits that are available. Number one, retirement benefits, disability benefits, and if you should pass away, survivor benefits. So in your particular case, whenever we're looking at survivor benefits, we're looking for what family members may be entitled to receiving those particular benefits. So if it's children, they can receive those benefits up until the age of 18. If they're still in high school at the age of 18, then they may be extended those benefits until 19 and 2 months. But there are several cases that there may be a disabled, what we call adult child, meaning that they became disabled before the age of 22. So therefore, they're entitled to benefits off of their parents' record. So it's very important that we want a working America, so that keeps our particular Social Security solvent. Then it enables families to continue their lifestyle with the help of Social Security.
Now, I know recently, over the last few years actually, a lot of times you go down to the Social Security Administration building and it is packed. There is a long line, there are many people there, but I've also noticed over the last few years that you all have been really sending people, directing them to your website. So can you talk a little bit about what you can do online and everything that you can do online?
It's a pleasure. First of all, whenever 3 years ago, Social Security, we had several retirements, we had several people leave for other agencies or other positions. So we have not had the opportunity to replace those employees actually until this year.
Okay.
But when you're looking at a technical and expertise, you're looking at least 3 years before these new employees will be eligible in which to give you the customer service that you're accustomed to.
Okay.
So what we have done is we're taking technology to a new level. If you go to www.socialsecurity.gov, this is our website, and this is the only official website for Social Security. When you go there, you can apply for benefits, you can find out information about Social Security, and you can even help your children with the history lesson that is available on the Social Security website. We have really taken this particular website to a new level. The first thing is, unfortunately, We are unable to do the survivor benefits online, but you can get your benefit statement online. You can also, in your community, if you're receiving benefits, you can also get your proof of income online. And if you had noticed that your Social Security statement is not coming in the mail anymore 3 months before your birthday, so I want you to make sure that you go online.
Yes.
And
yes.
you too, Roland,
Yes.
to go online and make sure that you get your benefit statement. Because you want to make sure that your earnings are posted properly. Because it's not just for retirement. Again, you never know what may happen, as you are well aware, that it might be that you need disability, or you might need those survivor benefits. So you want to make sure that your earnings are posted properly so your family is well taken care of.
Yeah, I did just, as you're talking, it did dawn on me like, hey, I haven't seen one of those sheets in a long time come to the house about, you know, what your benefits are as far as the years that you've been working. And so I will do that. I will go online and check that out. And can you give the audience the website again?
Sure. It's www.socialsecurity.gov.
Okay, and we'll have more with Elaine after this quick break.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
I was 32.
I was 30.
I was only 28 years old when I found out I had breast cancer.
I survived breast cancer.
I survived breast cancer.
I am still fighting breast cancer.
Talk to your doctor, get regular mammograms, and perform routine self-exams.
It's as easy as taking a shower.
Welcome back to the Coston Show. We are with Elaine Cole from the Social Security Administration. She is the Public Affairs Specialist. Elaine, can you expand with us what the Social Security death benefit is?
Absolutely. First of all, whenever a beneficiary, such as a spouse, children, grandchildren, stepchildren, or even we're looking at adopted children, come to our office and they indicate that there was a relationship between them and the deceased, we offer, first of all, the $255 one-time lump sum payment that hasn't changed since it went into existence. So, and then after that, we look at what their record of the beneficiary or the survivor beneficiary would be entitled to. If there are more than one person that can collect that particular benefit, we're going to split that particular benefit evenly among the remaining people that are available. At that point, again, we're looking at that if the children are still under the age of 18, they would be entitled to the benefit. If they are still in high school at the age of 18, we will continue to pay that benefit until they graduate from high school. But if the darlings do not want to graduate from high school, we will stop their benefit at the age of 19 and 2 months. So after, if the say surviving spouse might be a mom, and she was a young mom with children in her care. At that point, she will remain receiving those particular benefits until the children get to the age of 16. At the age of 16, of course, the children would continue, but the mom's benefit would stop.
Okay.
As long as she has not remarried before the age of 60, she will be entitled to going back on to that particular benefit and receiving it until she passes away, or either her record becomes higher than her deceased husband. But at that point, if she has married before the age of 60, then she will not be entitled to receiving those benefits from her deceased spouse.
Wow, that's an interesting age, 60. So can't get remarried before 60. But anyway, Elaine, we're going to move a little bit and talk about some of the new initiatives that the Social Security Administration has been trying to get the word out on. So can you talk about some of those new initiatives?
Absolutely. First of all, everything revolves around our website, www.socialsecurity.gov. But this fall is really exciting that Social Security is going to be unveiling a new initiative called the Someday Campaign, meaning what is your someday for collecting benefits? So when you're looking at Social Security, this is where the education comes into play. First of all, if you look at your parents, your grandparents, and maybe even your great-grandparents, when they looked at Social Security, they looked at Social Security as a very large portion, or sometimes all of their retirement income. Social Security was never to be your only source of income when you go into retirement.
Okay.
So, first of all, when you look at Social Security, getting your benefit statement, taking a look at it to see how much you will be able to receive, then also looking at stocks, bonds, your savings accounts, and really playing in a factor now, health insurance, how that is going to play into your budget. Once you are able to see all of that information, then you'll be able to really see what your someday will be.
Okay.
So I really encourage you to really look at our website, take a gander at what we're doing in the benefit statement, and then also how this might play a role to your spouse if something should happen to you, and vice versa.
Okay.
And then you would know how much would be available for your children if that should happen. But the bottom line is what Social Security is trying to do is really educate the public on what Social Security can be as a foundation, but not the end of what your particular retirement should be.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have you give the web address one more time because we do want to encourage people to visit the website.
Okay.
So you want to give that one more time?
www.socialsecurity.gov.
Okay. Well, we thank you so much, Elaine, for coming down and joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Thank you for joining and watching The Coston Show. Next week, we are excited to have Mark Lewis with the Poise Foundation joining us, bringing us information about the Poise Foundation. Thank you and God bless.